What's going on, guys? I'm Pete, and welcome to Retro Game Attic. So recently I felt like playing some Famicom Disk System games, and I thought to myself, you can play Famicom games on North American console with an adapter, so theoretically it should work the same with the disk system since it connects to the console via the cartridge slot. I have a third-party adapter and an official Nintendo adapter, so let's go through the steps of hooking it up and see if we can get it going. Alright, so first things first, we're obviously going to need the Famicom Disk System itself, and mine is loaded up with 6C batteries, so it should be good to go. And next up we have the North American Top Loader NES. I've had this one for quite a long time now, and it's pretty much my daily driver when it comes to NES. So we'll plop it right on the top there. It looks pretty good. And I don't have this modded or anything, so we're just going to go simple. We'll plug in the AC adapter and the RF adapter. And next up, I have the Famicom to NES adapter. This is a Hyperkin one. I know there's like a plethora of these available, but this one's pretty cheap. It's probably around like 15 to 20 bucks if I had to guess in the current day and age. So all you have to do is just plop it right on top. Make sure it's facing the correct way, the correct orientation. You can kind of see it'll line up. Push it down there. And here we have the Famicom Disk System adapter. This connects it to the NES or Famicom or AB Famicom, but the North American Top Loader NES in this case. And we're going to turn it around so it's oriented the correct way. You can see how it lines up with those ridges or those edges on the adapter. And we will push it down like so. And then we'll turn it around and connect it to the rear of the Famicom Disk System. But there we go. That is the whole connection process, so let's give it a go. Alright, so next step would be to turn on the TV. And then last up, we're just going to switch the console on and see if it works. Hey, there it is. That's awesome. Please set disk card. So I only have two Famicom Disk System games. So the first one we'll try out is F1 Race. So we'll put it right into the disk system. Now loading. There's a lot of noise coming from the console. I'm not too sure if that's normal, but maybe I'll look into it at another time. And here we go, F1 Race. Game start, change side B. So we'll take it out and we'll flip it over to side B, reinsert the disc, wait. It is taking a second to load, so I don't know. Still waiting. So that's not a great sign. Let's pop it out. Disk error 1. We'll try it again. So obviously my Famicom Disk System needs a little bit of work, but the important part here is that we actually got the Famicom Disk System to connect to a North American NES, so mission accomplished there. Next thing I want to do is, not everybody has a third-party adapter, but I know a lot of people have the 5-screw cartridges, and it is a pretty well-known fact that a lot of these do have a Famicom adapter nestled inside of them, so let's open this copy up. We'll take out the Famicom adapter, and then see if it works for the same process that we just did. I assume it would, but let's try it out and verify that it does. So this is what I meant before about having an official Nintendo Famicom adapter. So I already took the screws out, and here you can see inside a pinball is the Famicom adapter. It's a pretty well-known fact that these were bundled in with the early NES games. These are Famicom chips with a 72-pin adapter nestled in there. We'll remove the Famicom board out of there, and then here is your connector. So all we're going to do here is we'll set that aside. We will remove the Famicom Disk System connector from the top, and we'll remove that third-party adapter. You can see that they're both functionally the same, but the Hyperkin adapter just has fancy casing on it, but they should do the same job theoretically. So let's pop it in that top loader and see if it works. Alright, so we have the adapter nestled in there. We will reorientate the Famicom Disk System connector, and I'm going to be a little gentle in getting it in there. You know what? It's actually not going to work. I just called it right now. These little plastic connectors that hold the adapter into the cartridge inhibit it from fully inserting into the Famicom Disk System adapter. So I'm kind of dead in the water there unless I chop those off, which I'm not going to do because I want to keep this original. So there it is. The only adapter that's going to work in my case is this third-party one because, like I said before, I'm not going to modify this original cartridge adapter. I'm going to try to keep it as original as possible, so I'm going to put it back in the cartridge and place it back in storage. So for all intents and purposes, this is what's going to work for me. So let's put it back in there and we'll try out one more game. So we'll pop in the last game here. It is the Mysterious Mursame Castle. And we are loading the disc. Let's see if it loads, because I am not super confident that this Famicom Disk System can read it, but let's see what it can do. So I'm going to call it there, guys. Unfortunately, my Famicom Disk System isn't working properly right now, but the main takeaway here is that we did actually get it to work with a North American NES console via that third-party adapter. Kind of a bummer that I couldn't get the official Nintendo Famicom adapter to work since I wasn't able to modify it, or willing to modify it for that matter, but it is what it is, and we got it going, so mission accomplished there. So what did you guys think? Please be sure to let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. As always, thank you guys so much for checking out Retro Game Attic. I seriously appreciate you all. Have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next one.